News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
The 2017 fiscal year budget is in place and has been approved by the City Council. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Wednesday, August 17th, 2016. Another beautiful day in western Montana. Nice summer morning. We have 55 degrees and a clear skies. The sun's just coming up here in western Montana, looking for a high of around 90 before the day is done. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Selway Armory on Stockyard Road. More guns and ammo than anyone in Missoula. The best prices in Montana with Montana's premier firearms dealer. Our top story this morning at Monday night's Missoula City Council meeting. The fiscal year 2017 budget was approved. Communications Director for the city, Ginny Miriam, provides some details.
The mayor's final budget proposed was called for a 3.59% tax increase. The way the budget ended up as of last night is a 3.83% tax increase.
Miriam explains what the tax increase means to Missoula homeowners and taxpayers.
What that means for an estimated annual tax increase on a $270,000 home is $26.65.
Miriam describes the total budget for the upcoming year.
The total city budget is approximately $116 million for the upcoming fiscal year 2017. Of that $116 million budget, the general fund, which is really sort of the workhorse business part of the budget that funds the departments and gets things done, is approximately $53 million of that total.
Only Ward 2's Harlan Wells voted against the proposed budget. Miriam said the council originally proposed to cut funding for what are called community-based organizations, one of which is the Missoula Economic Partnership that received $100,000 a year since 2011. After hearing from James Grunke and Jeff Fee, the council restored that funding that had been cut by 75%. Grunke commented following the meeting.
It means a lot to us. Not only just is the funding a significant portion of our budget, but it's also a significant vote of confidence of the city into the work that we're doing at the Missoula Economic Partnership.
Grunke described the purpose of that partnership.
We're the primary economic development organization for the city and the county, and what that means is we primarily are focused on attracting companies into our community, helping local businesses that want to grow and expand, or working with startups. And that's where we spend our time, is on those three elements.
One of the many other organizations whose funding was cut and then restored was the Missoula City Band, who has been continuously supported since 1926. Butte Silverbow County officials have released the names of a husband and wife who died in a murder-suicide. Sheriff Ed Lester said 41-year-old Keith Peck called 911 Monday morning to report that he had shot his wife. When officers arrived, they found both of them dead. Coroner Lee LaBreche says 36-year-old Amanda Peck died of a gunshot wound to the torso, while Keith Peck died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Officials said a high-powered rifle was used. Missoula police have seen a surge in car break-ins recently. Public Information Officer Travis Welsh said there's something in common in the thefts that is especially unusual.
We're taking vehicle break-in reports. Some of those are including reports from vehicle owners that their vehicle registration and proof of insurance is being taken along with other items, sometimes just the documents by themselves. We've probably noticed it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. This is not something that's typical that we see.
Welsh says police are worried that the information being stolen may be part of an identity theft scheme.
The idea of vehicle documents actually being taken as part of a theft were nearly unheard of. And of course our concern is that there may be a way for people to utilize the information on there to engage in identity theft, or perhaps to find out home addresses of the vehicle owners for the potential of committing crimes at another time.
The sheriff's office was asked if they had noticed a similar trend. Spokeswoman Brenda Bassett said there have been recent break-ins, but the theft of vehicle documents is not a trend that they have noticed. If some Montana lawmakers have their way, shutting down 2 of Colstrip's power plant's 4 coal-fired units won't be cheap for the plant's owners. The Energy and Telecommunications Interim Committee has drafted 7 bills that would impose millions of dollars in fees on Colstrip's owners for 10 years following the unit's closure. The proposed legislation would also raise taxes on all electricity producers in Montana to pay for grants to communities that lose natural resource jobs. The bill package also requires the State Department of Environmental Quality's approval of any decommissioning and remediation plans for coal-fired plants. The two older Colstrip units' closure by 2022 is required in a legal settlement filed last month. The committee will decide next month whether to file the bills for the 2017 session. The amount of money being paid to workers in Montana is rising, but some counties are doing better than others. Patrick Barkey with the Montana Bureau of Business and Economic Research explains.
The data we have show that, particularly in Ravalli County, but also in Missoula County, growth picked up in 2015 pretty significantly. Both counties are now exceeding the state average, and that's a fairly recent development for a part of the state that had not been performing as well for a few years.
Ravalli County wage growth was at 7.7% in 2015, while Missoula wage growth was at 5.6%. Both Missoula and Ravalli counties outpaced the statewide average of 4.8% increase, thanks particularly to wage gains in certain industries.
Healthcare is growing, particularly in Missoula. A pretty big year for healthcare. There's lots of fuel for growth in healthcare. There's been insurance expansion. There's been all kinds of things going on in healthcare. In Ravalli County, just to single out one industry, it's really a construction swing. Construction activity in Ravalli County has swung up very strongly. Looks like about 20% growth.
Barkey was quick to point out that these figures are not representative of dollar-per-hour wages. Instead, they represent the total amounts of wages paid to all workers in the county. For Missoula, that number is up around $2 billion. Billings officials are set to consider a $120 million development proposal that would add what would be the state's tallest building to the city. Developers revealed plans for the multi-use project on Monday, which includes a hotel, housing, retail, and office space. There would also be two high-rise towers, one of which would be 324 feet tall. According to the plan, the development would include both private and public investment, with some funds generated through the Downtown Tax Increment Funding District. Supporters say it would bring growth and attract new residents to the city. City Council is expected to review the development at a meeting in September. And finally, a man whose gratitude for his wife's recovery from a serious illness inspired the creation of a 90-foot statue of the Virgin Mary on the Continental Divide overlooking Butte has died. Family members said Bob O'Bill died Sunday at Great Falls, where he had been hospitalized since Friday. He was 83. O'Bill originally envisioned a 5-foot statue to thank God for his wife's recovery in 1979. His enthusiasm and the work and contributions of many others led to the much larger project being installed on the mountain a week before Christmas in 1985. Our Lady of the Rockies is lighted at night. O'Bill was a U.S. Navy veteran and retired electrician who volunteered time at the Butte Emergency Food Bank. He's survived by his wife of 64 years, Joyce, 2 daughters, a granddaughter, and a great-granddaughter. Love seeing that as you drive by. Newstalk Time, 6:13.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly sunny skies today with our high temperatures in the mid to low 90s. Tonight, overnight lows will be in the mid-50s. A chance of showers and thunderstorms Thursday with windy conditions and highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.